Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Luke Reacts 20, and in today's video it is another Who the Hell Is, and I am with Quinto from Quinto ESC.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing really good. You as well?
That's perfect, thank you. So right, let's get into it.
Yes, let's start.
You're from the Netherlands.
Yes.
What part?
I live like in the middle, like in Utrecht, in the around that area. So in the
Oh,
middle of Netherlands, actually.
so is that like close to Amsterdam, Rotterdam?
Closer to Amsterdam. It's like half an hour with the train.
And have you been
So,
to Amsterdam?
a couple of times, but it's not my favorite city to be honest, because it's way too crowded, and I'm like more of a person who likes the more quiet cities. So I'm
It
not going there that often.
it's very touristy, isn't it? Like a lot of tourists.
Yeah, oh yeah. Smoking weed and yeah.
Brownies, the edible
Yeah,
brownies.
yeah, the space brownies.
Uh, but like, sort of linked with brownies, but not edible brownies.
Yeah.
What's the best food in the Netherlands? Like a dish that's like Dutch,
Mm,
like it's good.
I think personally that I think we have pretty horrible signature Dutch dishes, to be honest. I'm gonna say it right. Um, because we have like stamppot, it's called. It's like mashed vegetables,
Okay,
most likely with mashed potatoes combined. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. But we have like really great Dutch snacks, like the stroopwafel. Those ones are amazing. So
I've heard a lot about them.
in terms of snacks, we kind of killing it, to be honest.
Okay, so it's more of a snacky place, the
Yeah,
Netherlands, the
yeah,
best. Okay.
yeah. I think.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day if you
Yeah,
celebrate.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Um, okay, also, so what does a day of Quinto look like?
Well, for now, I study game art in Utrecht.
Ooh,
Pretty heavy and yeah, time-consuming study.
yes.
And at the moment, right now, I'm having an internship, which is lasting till June, the end of June. And I stay there like from 9 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon.
Long.
So for now, it's like a day in my life is like at internship. But if we're talking about like a regular day, I really like to play games.
What's your
Um,
favorite game?
Dead by Daylight. I don't know if that's it's like a horror
Oh,
survivor game. It's a pretty nice game. I play it almost every day.
okay.
And yeah, that's my favorite game, I think, at the moment. So yeah, I like to play games, and I'm also a drag artist in my free time as a hobby. So that's also a thing I like to do.
Hey, what's your drag name?
My drag name is Harley Demon.
Ooh, I love it. So, do you watch Drag Race?
Yeah, big fan, huge fan.
What franchises?
Mostly the American one, also the UK one is also, I mean, and All Stars as well. And I also watch Dracula. It's not a drag race, but it's like,
The horror
yeah,
version, isn't it?
yeah. I get my inspiration from Dracula actually, so that's
So,
also the show I am living for.
are you watching UK versus the world?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Cat.
I
Oh,
mean, yeah. It's such a serve. Yeah, I'm so happy because she got robbed in Drag Race Holland. So
yeah, she was like, wasn't she like the front runner, and then she got cut out before the.
she had like 3 wins and no bottoms. So it was like, and the reason why was so random as well. Like the judging in Holland was so messed up because they eliminated her because she was showing too much masculine looks on the runway. And I'm like, girl, in what time of what year are we living in? So yeah, it was really stupid, but thank God she got another chance.
And she killed the talent show. I thought she was one of the best.
Yeah, yeah, she was really good. I'm gonna say it, I was a little bit disappointed with Janie's talent show in the first season. but
But
Kida
she
redeemed it.
was great.
She was
Like,
amazing. Yeah. After that, it was like this. Yeah.
honestly though, like I think because I knew who JDJK was, but I knew Kata, but like I
Yeah.
didn't know them properly. But I
Yeah.
think both of them like have on so far on UK versus the world and stuff, they're proven that Dutch drag's very good.
Yeah. It's really. I really feel proud to be Dutch watching them on the show because they're doing
Yeah,
really great.
I agree. Apart from drag, do you watch any other TV shows or films or anything you like to watch?
Um. Yeah, I watched some Dutch series actually, and most likely watch like movies.
Right.
I'm not really a type of person for series,
Okay.
but I like to watch movies.
What's your favorite genre for movie?
Horror
Horror.
for sure, horror instantly. Yeah.
What's your favorite horror film?
Oh, that's such a difficult one. I think it has to be Us. I don't know if you know that movie.
I've heard of it.
It's like with the people in the red jumpsuits. It's such a great movie. It's an amazing movie.
I've saw trailers for it.
Yeah. The actress that is playing like the lead role is such a queen. She is such an amazing actress. So
Oh,
yeah, pretty great movie.
nice. Well, we obviously have to talk about something which obviously we are connected to,
Yes.
Eurovision.
Yes.
How did you get into Eurovision? Like, what's your first memory of it?
The first thing I can remember, because my parents used to watch it, and then they were like, "Yeah, you need to come watch it with us," and it was like really a ritual every year to watch it with the whole family. But back then, I was like, "Oh, it's taking too long," and yeah, pretty boring. And I think it was like at the telephone moment in 2016 where I watched it together with my dad, and that was like, oh, this is actually really nerve-wracking, like to see who's gonna win and with the points. And I think after that moment, I slowly became a fan. And I think where it also started is my little sister participated in the Dutch junior national selection,
Oh my God!
and I was really like rooting for her, etc. And I think that's where my love for Eurovision started as well. I think
What year did she compete in?
in 2015 she was part of For Life from the girl band.
Is that the one with Stephania? No.
No, 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 no.
Oh my God. Netherlands loves girl bands.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, they were kind of the trendsetter. I'm gonna say it right there. Sorry.
I love that. But do you have, like a favorite Eurovision entry?
I mean, Caria, Cha Cha Cha. That was like, because before that it was Hatari with Hatari Fonseca. That was
Oh,
before that it was like my favorite top favorite, and I was like after that it was like there has to be an entry be really good to top them off, and Caria did that. So I have to say Caria.
and that's recent as well. Only
Yeah,
last
yeah, yeah,
love
indeed, yeah. But it's like just that whole song and like him as an artist as well is pretty inspiring for me as well.
unique.
So
Like
yeah,
there's no one.
yeah, yeah, indeed. So that's why yeah, I can talk for over an hour about how amazing he is and how much he means to me. But yeah, it's
Love
I
that.
love him.
To be honest, like a lot of people in the fandom, if you go on Twitter and stuff, people love him. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I was like, so because when UMK like started and his song was released, I was like, oh my God, this is an amazing song. But I'm always like, people are probably gonna not like this because my favorites are always really underrated or people like, oh, that's disgusting. But when he performed his song at UMK final and he won, and I saw like the fans growing up to it, and I was like, oh my God, yes, he deserves this. Yeah,
no, he's great, very, very talented. Now a little shady question.
of course.
What song, like, do you think is overrated? So, like, a song that people love, but you just don't get it.
I immediately know one, but I gotta get so cancelled for this. But Chanel with slow mo. But I feel like I'm like part of the 0.1% that does not like that song at all. I mean, I have to say it was a pretty damn good performance. I mean, she killed it. It was a good performance, but with that song, it's more like a personal opinion and my taste in music and performances, which I just don't really like.
That
Yeah.
is hard. But to be honest, like I think the song, like a lot of people might agree with you on that. Like it isn't the best song, but the live performance is.
Yeah, and also like because before like the whole live show of her song, people were like, "Oh, it's a good song, but it's just a pretty generic vibe actually." And then she performed, and there was that dance break, and there everyone like every gauge went, "Oh my God, Queen, yes!" So I was like, "Oh well, here we go again." Um, so that's what was like. There, everyone started to grow and loving it, but for me, it just was like, okay,
Yeah. No.
yeah, fine.
Well, I sort of know your answer to this question. I feel like I know everyone's answer to this question, but have you ever been to Eurovision, a national final, or pre-party before?
I was part of the stand-ins at Eurovision 2021 here in Rotterdam, because back then it was, of course, a little bit with the COVID rules still, and they needed to fill up the green room because it wouldn't look empty during the performances.
Oh,
And of course, because of my sister still knows a couple of people from backstage of the Junior Song Festival. And a friend of hers, which also participated that year, was saying like, "Oh, they're looking for people to have stand-ins for the green room. Maybe you and your brother would love that." And we
oh,
applied for it, and then we got in it, and it is quite nice because during the qualifiers of the first semifinal, you can see me sitting back on the couch.
oh,
Where Roxanne was sitting, I think.
oh,
After
yeah.
her, you can see me sitting right there. So I saw that and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. And it was in your
Uh,
country, obviously, so that's fair.
yeah, yeah, and it was like pretty nice as well because I got to see the show, every show 3 times for
Wow.
free. So that was like I felt pretty lucky and honored to have that opportunity to be there. So yeah, I visited that Eurovision, and for national finals, I only can name, I think, Melody Festivalen last year. I went together with Vince, and I also met
If you
Shane.
if you don't know who, well, if Vince is from Eurovision T, but he's a fellow YouTuber as well.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. I went together with him because he's a great friend of mine, and he's a big Sweden fan. He's a Sweden stan, so
Yes.
like he almost cried when Loreen won, so that was so funny to see.
Oh,
And
who was your favourite in the national final when you went for Belfast?
like in Melody Festivalen, my favorite of
Last
that
year
year.
when you went, who was like your favourite
Um,
of the night?
I mean, Smash into Pieces, but they should have won for Sweden. I mean, Loreen had an amazing song, but for my personal taste, they should have got that. That performance was flawless as well. So, yeah,
I was well, I feel like I'm always controversial with Belfast because every year people are like, "Oh, it's not good this year." I'm like, last
yeah,
year
yeah,
I loved it. The year
yeah,
I loved it. This year I'm loving it.
yeah,
Like
yeah, indeed, yeah,
last year was very strong. Like I was
yeah.
Team saw and Tonya.
Oh yeah,
Whoops.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, okay, you've been to Belfast
Yeah.
and have you done pre-parties?
I go every year to Eurovision in concert here in Netherlands. I visited that when starting in 2018.
Wow,
And from
okay.
that year, I went every year together with my sister. So,
Is
and
that sorry,
yeah.
is that the one that's already been or no? I get confused because isn't there two events in the Netherlands for Eurovision, like one in
Um,
and one in
yeah, you have like in November you got the big Eurovision party, and that's where they have like all different kind of winners,
Oh, yeah,
previous, yeah, and then in April you have Eurovision concert with all the participating entries for that year.
that's where you go. Okay.
Yeah. And also at the big Eurovision party. I mean, I also went there, yeah.
Of course, you have to when it's your country. But I'm gonna say a few countries, and you need to tell me. Well, it can sort of be either. So you need to tell me who you would like to return to represent them.
Ooh,
Like, but it can
yeah.
also be a national final artist, like who
Okay.
hasn't gone, but like if you wanted to entirely select them.
Oh yeah. Love this question.
No,
Yes.
I'll start with the Netherlands.
Um, can it also be somebody that hasn't like participated at all, just a singer? Cause I have a couple. I think there was like one rumored this year. Her name was Karsu. I think she has some Turkish roots. She, yeah, you know, you know her.
Yes, because I saw when it was the room, I was like tag.
Yeah, yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, yes, it's perfect. Because I really like her vocals are outstanding. I mean, you should check out one of her videos because
I
she's
will.
an amazing singer. So I would love to see her go to Eurovision. And there's also a band here in Netherlands which is called De Jeugd van Tegenwoordig. It's I think it's like translated into the youth of this time, I think, translated in English. They make really like unique type of songs. They evenly created their own language, some kind of language.
Okay.
And so it's that's a really unique group. I would love to see them as well in the contest. And yeah, and there's also a band called Rondé. They also make really nice music here. More of like the radio pop slash rock songs. So that's also really, I think those three are actually my front runners to, yeah.
Now, Sweden.
I mean, there are in the selection this year as well, Smash Into Pieces. I would love to see them in Eurovision because Sweden needs to send a rock song, period. And I also was a big fan of Tone last year. You mentioned her as well with the rhythm of my show. That was like such an amazing song, and she didn't deserve last place. A small reminder to all the people. I would love her to see her go for Sweden sometime as well.
Too.
Um, are there any on the? Yeah, there was. I don't know if you know her, but there was a singer in Melody Festival in 2018, and she was called Comfort Drops.
Is it where like she disappears?
Yeah, she had like clones in her performance, and yeah, I love mask singers in general, but I don't know, something about that song felt so nostalgic, and I was like, oh, would have been so great, but it probably would have done really bad at Eurovision, but still, for my own likings, I would love to see her.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Malta.
Um, I mean, I was pretty sad that Aiden didn't won with Ritmo. I
Yes.
think that was his year to go, especially in the Maltese language.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I don't follow the national finals that closely of Malta, I have to be really honest with you. But if I have to choose someone, it has to be Aiden, I think.
And my last country for you is España, Spain.
Ooh. Um, I would love to see Tangsu Gueras slay the Eurovision stage.
Hmm.
Because with it was Terra, I think it was called
Yes.
Terra, yeah. I mean, the performance wasn't that amazing, so I could have kind of understand why they didn't want, but that song was such a killer. So I would love to see them for Eurovision.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
traditional. With like modern blends, which is
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. I love when countries like send stuff close to their own
yeah.
roots. I
That,
love that. Yeah.
now YouTube, when did you start it?
Yeah, I started in 2018 with Junior Eurovision. That's
Okay.
where I started making videos because it was like, of course, Junior Eurovision hasn't that many participants every year, like around 12, 13. So
Easy.
yeah, so I thought it was like a great like startup to get into YouTube and see if it was something for me. And like the first couple of videos, there weren't lot that many views, but I was already prepared for it. Like you need to start growing. It's not gonna be an explosion from the beginning, but the reaction video to Ukraine for that year got quite a lot of views, and I was quite surprised at it actually, because I wasn't doing really something special in this video, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, there was like, oh, this is actually really nice to do and have my first reaction on camera as well. That's
Oh,
also the motivation which started me to do YouTube, and also just to share my opinions with people on
yeah.
YouTube.
Um, I like, as you said before, it allows you to meet people from
Yeah,
who necessarily aren't reactors and then
yeah.
react to.
Yeah, I was like, cause back then, like in 2018, I was really like extremely introverted person and not really scared to go and talk to people. And so I think that was also really a great step up for me to get to know more people than only people here. So that helped me a lot as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Why did you want to start it?
Um, yeah, just what I said, like to have my first reaction on camera, because I remembered I heard Neta's Toy for the first time, like her song. I heard it for the first time. And then I was like, oh my God, it's such a great song. And I was bobbing around to it. And I was like, oh, it's so sad that I cannot see that first reaction anymore. And now I have that of every song that has come out. So that was the thing. I was like, oh, I really want to start it a YouTube video and see where it goes.
It's given you more confidence as well.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And I was like, I personally pretty think that I have a pretty like unique taste in music.
Yeah.
Not to be cocky or anything, just to be clear, but just to yeah, I just think that. So I like to share that opinion around the internet, and maybe some people who have the same see that there are people with that opinion and think, oh, this song is loved by someone. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, a little bit to inspire maybe people as well.
Yeah, because I think as well, like a lot of people, they sort of not scared, but like they sometimes don't want to
Yeah.
get you on a song, like if it's a fan favorite and they don't like,
Yeah,
or,
yeah. I mean,
you know,
I have like the same thing. I mean, especially with Finland from this year, the Windows 95 man. When I started, because I already knew the song, and I was like, oh, now I need to go react on that song, which I had it on my last place of the selection, and I was like, oh, now I need to get a reaction to it. And I don't want, I always do my reaction videos like honestly and
yeah,
no filters or anything. But I try to be positive at the same time, because I don't want like to burn a song, because every artist deserves respect. Every artist. And I mean, no matter how bad the song is, they go to Eurovision, and that's an achievement of itself. So, and I was like starting to react to that video, and I was like, oh, I really hope people are not gonna hate me for this, because was sure that people are living for the song, but yeah, I'm just not. Yeah, can make anything more out of it.
but this is the beauty of Eurovision, like
Yeah,
opinions, like what you said about Windows 95, man. I sort of thought the same until I saw the live. I love
yeah,
the live.
yeah. I mean, that's amazing that you love it. Yeah,
Like, well, it's probably it was at first I did rank like when we had the songs from Saturday, I think it was like my third to last, but now it's up to my top six of 2024. So
yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean like that's the I think that's the amazing thing about Eurovision, because like people all like in the comments are saying from, oh, you're hating on this, you have no taste. And I mean that's not the Eurovision spirit in my opinion, because like you like the song from Finland, and that's I love it to see people get so excited about a song that I'm maybe not a big fan of. Because for an example, I really like the song from Ireland this year. I think it's a complete serve. But
before, yes.
yeah, but I saw also people that are absolutely hating it, and I was like, yeah, fair, because it's a pretty experimental song. So yeah,
Yeah, everyone can have different opinions.
yeah, yeah, indeed. So yeah,
Well, so that's all my questions for you. However, as we do in this series, I ask my previous guest a question for you.
Yeah.
This is actually the shadiest question.
Oh no.
And the person does not want to be named because they wanted to be like find out through his video.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't hate him.
Oh Lord.
Oh God. Which Eurovision reactor do you find the most annoying?
That's such a shady question. Like not it's with all the respect, and I respect every Eurovision YouTuber, so
Ask this question by someone else.
yeah. Yeah, but if I have to answer that, I don't know if you know them. It's actually a couple, I think. It's Toy and Goy. I don't know if you
Oh,
know them.
yeah.
I don't think they're necessarily annoying, but their way of reacting, I'm not the biggest fan of, I think. I
Okay.
mean, not to them personally, because I think they're really funny guys, but
They are
I
hilarious. I love
they are hilarious, but
you, boy. My mum loves them.
I can understand, yeah. Um, but yeah, I just like because they pause like the video every couple of seconds, and I'm like, oh, just I think it's also a little bit of personal taste as well, but I just not never the biggest fan when YouTubers do that. Just like play the whole video and then give your opinion about it after.
Yes.
So that's yeah, I think that's why I'm not the biggest fan.
Wow, you're not saying they're annoying at all. You're just saying that the way they pause is annoying.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, congenial.
Yeah.
Um, Now my next guest, do you have a question for them? Do you want to know who it
Oh,
is?
yeah.
Well, if everything goes to plan, I am interviewing Georgie tomorrow night.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love that. Oh, he's so amazing as well. I love him.
Yeah, I'm really excited for him. Like,
Yeah, he's such an amazing guy. Yeah. Um, oh, yeah.
I feel like he's a good one to ask.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, I'm thinking of am I gonna ask something shady or something like nice? It's like, um, oh, that's such a difficult question.
Because like people have asked serious questions, people have funny questions, and then
Yeah.
was shady. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
just think
oh,
of him as well. Like I'm trying
yeah,
to what is
yeah.
he like? I think he's more funny shady than serious.
Um, yeah, I think he's not that shady. I mean, because I met him last year at Melody Festival and together with Shane. And compared to Shane, he's like really friendly. But no, I love Shane. I love Shane. I love Shane. But
Because now someone sorry, this is not gonna be in, obviously.
no, no, no.
But Shane, someone commented on my interview with Shane last night, and it was like, I never agree with people saying Shady's Shane. Like he's far from shady. And I was like, he is
Yeah.
shady.
Yeah, but I mean I kind of love people who are a little bit
He
shady, so I see
was-
it as a good thing, actually.
No,
Uh, um, yeah, a question for Georgie.
ready to write.
Oh, sorry that I'm taking so long. That's a long time, but I just want to. All right, I think I have a fun one. I think I have a fun one.
Okay. Right, what's your question?
Um, which one of any Eurovision artists ever would you like to have a Netflix and chill with?
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, that's it. Not quite. Um, but right, Quinto, where can they find you?
People can find me on my YouTube channel and on Instagram, both at Quinto ESC. I don't think you can find any other because just type it in and you will find me eventually. So, yeah,
You're lucky that no one has the same name as you.
yeah, indeed, yeah.
Um, but guys, thank you so much for joining this episode and make sure you tune in for my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.